Hi everybody, welcome to today's webinar. My name is McKay Allen. I'm the content manager at LogMyCalls. We're a call tracking solution that allows small businesses, large businesses, and agencies the ability to track which campaigns, ads, and keywords are generating phone calls and which aren't. It's a really effective tool to use on direct mail and social media campaigns and any other campaigns you're doing, because it really does allow you to measure ROI. And we're really excited that you're here and you joined us today on this webinar. We've got a good crowd, and we've really got a good group to teach us about social media marketing today. I do want to give a little bit of background on the webinar, some ground rules, if you will, and then we'll get started. So first, we do have these webinars about once a week at LogMyCalls, and they are designed really to give you expert marketing advice. That's the whole focus. So we're really excited you're here today. And today we have a special treat because we're working with one of our partners, Moving Targets, on this webinar. They've got their whole social media team that they're all experts, and they're going to be able to guide you through the social media landscape. So by the end of this webinar, you're going to have some serious social media wisdom at your fingertips. I do want to introduce Moving Targets and Jay Siff, their CEO, a little bit. They've been helping businesses, I think, since about 1992. Jay is the CEO of Moving Targets. They do direct mail marketing, they do email marketing, they also do some social media marketing, and they've helped tens of thousands of local businesses over the years increase their revenue and maximize their sales and get more customers, which is what they're all about. And so we're excited to partner with them today on the webinar. Now, if you have questions throughout the webinar, just type those into the little questions bar on your screen, and we'll respond to those throughout. The social media team at Moving Targets will respond to those. The other note is this webinar is being recorded, so tomorrow morning you're going to receive an email that actually has the webinar recording, and we encourage you to share that within your organization, share that with people on social media, share the webinar recording all over the place so everybody can get this knowledge that they're sharing with us today. So with that, I want to turn it over to Jay. And he'll introduce us to his team, and we'll get started. Jay, go ahead, sir.
Okay, thank you, McKay, and thank you, everybody, for taking the time to attend today. I think, as you can see from the pictures here, that I'm the old guy in the room, and I am not a social media expert, but we do have 3 members of our social media team who I'll turn this over to shortly, and they'll take you through the things to do and not to do, and basically how to do a better job at social media. McKay was right. We've been in business as a marketing company since 1992. May is our 22nd anniversary. And one of the reasons we think we know social media better and a little differently than everybody else is, while social media is social and a lot of people are there to have a good time, for your business, it's really all about marketing. You're doing it to get more business. So we think we've come up with a real good marriage of being social and having fun with your audience, but at the same time remembering it's all about trying to get some new business. So, well, we've put on a number of these webinars. Natalia manages our social media team, is kind of the theoretical person that keeps us at the cutting edge because things are changing all the time. Jenna works with our team of social media account managers and sees the practical stuff day to day. Michelle is one of our account managers. Jenna and Natalia will be doing the presentation today. Michelle will be the one behind the scenes taking your questions and answering them. So without further ado, we're here today to try to help educate you, to make sure that you know how to do social media the best it can be done, to keep you current. It's the fastest changing thing that I've ever seen. I mean, for example, what's changed just in the recent past, Google Plus came upon the scene and now affects search engine ranking, which wasn't the case a year or more ago. Facebook, if you've followed it in the last few days, has announced the use of hashtags, and all that stuff just happens overnight, and we want to make sure that you're at the cutting edge. We've been doing social media for clients for about 3 years. We have several hundred customers that we do it for on a daily basis, and so we think we know what we're talking about. Again, if you have any questions, go ahead and answer them. At the very end of this, I'm going to come back and I am going to show you in just a brief couple of minutes what we do with our social media program in case you're interested in having somebody do it for you. And I'll also give you some links to where you can communicate down the road with our team if you have any social media questions. So Jenna, it's all yours. Take it over and show people.
All right. Well, thanks so much for having us. I'm going to start off talking about Facebook, since that's the big thing that everybody needs to be on. We'll go over the dimensions to make your profile look nice, adding custom tabs and apps, different things to post, how to find content, how to make your post engaging, so that way people actually care about what you're saying and comment and like back, and get your posts to go viral. Also, we'll talk about promoting specials and events. Events tab, or the events, used to be done through a Facebook feature, but that it's still available, but it's not very effective. So we'll talk about different ways that you can promote events that are a little bit more effective than using the traditional Facebook event. So first up, here are all the dimensions of your Facebook profile. And you want to make sure that you take time and you set everything up so it looks really nice, because it's the first thing that you see. It's pretty much like the equivalent to the landing page of your website. So definitely spend some time on here. You want to have a cohesive look between your Facebook page and your website, so everything's branded and custom and looks professional. You can see all the dimensions here. These apps or tabs, I'm going to show you how to add these. A lot of people don't know, but you can change the images on them. So you can always customize these as well, and then it makes it a little bit more custom to do that. First up, I'm going to show you how to set up these apps on WooBox, which is the program that we use for it. And let me just go to our little fake thing. This is just a profile that I set up just to show for demo purposes. And the service or that website that we use to add custom apps is called WooBox. There's a ton of different programs out there that you can use for this. I personally like WooBox the best. They're a really nice company to work with. They're very responsive, and if I've ever had a problem or an issue, they're super responsive and get back to me right away and make things right, which unfortunately is hard to come by in companies these days. So I like WooBox. There's a bunch of other different ones. And WooBox also has a lot of free stuff that you can do, like a lot of free services. And then if you upgrade your account, you can do more advanced stuff. And it's all still pretty cheap, like $30 a month, 15. So it's fairly affordable. So what we're going to do is we're already logged into our Facebook page. And once you do that, all you have to do is hit log in, and then we're going to log in with Facebook. Since we're already signed in, we won't have to put in credentials or anything like that. And what this does is it automatically links your page, your Facebook page, to WooBox. So you can see it's already set up. It pulls all the content. It pulls your business information right into WooBox. And a couple things that I'll show you, a couple quick things that most people or that we use most of the time for people. HTML fan gates. This is where you can put a custom tab. Like if you want to put your menu, or if you want to have a special event or something like that, you can use a custom tab for it. And to do that, you just go down to HTML fan gate, and you can go add HTML fan gate. and then I'm going to click Show Share because that makes it shareable, and then choose File. You can choose the file that you want, and you can also link it somewhere. I usually just link it back to the website, just because people, even if you don't want it to, people just click anyway, some images. So it's good to just have a website there, even if it's just to your home page. So we put the image there. We link it somewhere. I mean, if you could link it to your menu or wherever you want, just in the event that somebody clicks it. And then you go Save. And you can see the dimensions right here, too, of what size image you can do. You can also do HTML coding if you have a WebDAI or you're good with like Dreamweaver or writing code. You can do HTML. You can do a URL that will, or a redirect. We typically use images. The only one I don't really use is redirect because I don't want somebody that's on Facebook to redirect to another website. Personally, I just think it's like annoying. You're already on Facebook. Let's stay there. So once you have that saved and you have your image there, we have to go to Tab Settings, and we have to make a little tab. And this is going to be what's on your Facebook page. So we're going to change the tab name, and then we'll go Save. It's a little slow sometimes. And this is where you can choose. You can also choose what you want the button to look like, too. You can do it here, or I'll show you how to do it from like the Facebook size. So you just do Choose File, and then it shows you the size that it should be, too. So we'll just go Save. And then go back to Facebook and refresh. And you can see our little custom tab popped up. And then when you click on it, you can see it's just the image that we imported. And when you click on it, it goes to our website or your website, wherever you want it to go. So it's a really easy thing to do, like if you're having an event, something special, if every day of the week you have a different thing going on, it's great for that if you have like a calendar of events. So that way every Tuesday and Thursday you don't have to be posting, oh, it's dollar night. You can just post a link to this and get people in the habit of checking this custom tab to see what you have going on. And another way to change what this tab looks like from the Facebook side is expand this, just by clicking that little arrow. It'll expand. And then when you hover over, the pencil shows up, and just click it. And you can go Edit Settings, and you can change the name. Go to Save. And you can also change the image just by doing Edit and choosing another file, just to keep everything. You want everything to look consistent and all the same. So we'll just go OK, and then just refresh again, and the name of the tab changed. And these tabs are great. I can take you to a couple other clients' pages and show you, the different options that you have and what we do, what we use them for, just so that way you can get a better idea of different things that you can do. Pretty much anything you can use a custom tab for. So I'm going to take you to one of our clients' pages and show you his tabs. Okay, so this is one of our clients' pages. And you can see we have a bunch of different buttons: menu, catering, reviews, Twitter, email, Instagram feed, different things like that. So you can pretty much do anything that you want. If we go to his catering menu, just by clicking on the button, it's a little slow to load sometimes, and is a little outdated. You can see right here we just have his whole catering menu, and this is just a PDF that he has linked on his website. So all we had to do was import it using the WooBox app. For the way we did this was by using the WooBox option. Instead of an image, we just did a URL and just plugged in the URL of the menu that he has hosted. Also, email club. If you have an email club too, like you want to collect email addresses, you can use a custom tab for that. Just get your programmer to code it. And this is just HTML, so you can just enter your customers can just enter their email address on here. And it's just another way to get email addresses from your clients. So pretty much anything you want to do on a custom tab, you can. The options are limitless, as far as custom tabs go. So now, unless anybody has any questions about setting up custom tabs, Michelle? Good? Okay. I will take you back to the presentation, and we can continue. Again, if you have any questions, like once you actually go to set up the WooBox tabs, either post on our Facebook page, and I'll answer it right away, or at the end of this presentation, we'll have our email addresses that you can always shoot us an email or just give us a call, and we'll walk you through it, because I know this is a lot of info to take in at once. So finding content. There's a bunch of different sites that you can use to find content. This is pretty much like the most time-consuming, and where a lot of business owners get hung up on what to do. They can figure out, once you set up your page, that's great. That's like the first step. But if you don't have anything interesting and cool to post, people aren't going to have a reason to go to your page, and they're not going to have a reason to interact. So you need to make it interesting. I mean, on Facebook, you're competing with all of their friends, their family members. So you really need to step up your content game and make it something really interesting, or stuff that they care about more than stuff about your business. You have to make it more about them, because again, I mean, you're competing with their friends, their mom, their brothers, their family. So you really need to make sure your content that you're posting is top-notch and exciting, and stuff that they care about. A couple of different sites that we use. Topsy.com is a great site for finding out what people are saying about you that don't tag you. So if somebody posts on Twitter, for example, like I was at Joe's Pizza, and they don't actually tag you, you can still find it using Topsy. Webstagram is the online version of Instagram, so you can find pictures that people are posting about your business just by going online and using their pictures. All review sites are a great way to get pictures of your business. Food Spotting is another site. It's not as popular, but it's not as popular for everyone. Some businesses, like some of our clients, they have a great, their customers post on Food Spotting all the time. Others, nothing. Also, Google freerangestock.com is for stock photos. We've actually found that posting real pictures, like, real pictures that were just taken with a camera phone of your food, your staff, your customers, anything but a real photo works a lot better than using a stock photo, even though the stock photo might, be, the lighting is perfect and everything looks perfect on it. People want real photos and will interact better if it's an actual photo, even if it's just, quick camera phone picture. I would say go for that instead. And again, when using other people's pictures, always make sure that you're giving credit to the source. For food photos and photos that we take off like Instagram and review sites, we always just say like, oh, thanks for the picture, Joe. and give them credit for it. And they seem to like that. Now we'll talk about creating engaging posts. And this is something that I know as business owners you guys are a little pressed for time already, and this can take a while to find stuff that people want to comment on and people want to be involved in. So you kind of have to stay up to date with like pop culture, what's going on. BuzzFeed.com is a great site that has fun stuff to post about, like fun news articles. Like Betty White is real popular these days. So this was posted on a restaurant that sells wine, and even though it's not directly related to the business and not directly saying like, come on in for our wine, it's still getting your customers to think about your business and get that top of mind awareness. Plus, you can see 16 people shared it, so the viral reach of just a simple picture is great, and you'll reach a larger audience the more people share it. And here's an example of a picture that I took from Foursquare and just gave the guy credit. Like you can see up here, all I did was say, thanks for the photo, Dan. And, they got really excited. They said, look, you're famous, Jesse. Like, they thought it was cool that we used their picture. And, it makes them feel special. And, in a way you can get people to comment on it and engage on it too. So use their pictures, because I know a lot of times you guys don't have time to, take 20 minutes and walk around your business snapping photos. So using photos that your customers take is a lot easier. Plus, a lot of times you take really great photos. Ask questions. Trivia works good too for posts. Saying, true or false, red cars are ticketed more, is an easy thing to do. Ask questions, get them talking, get them engaged. And, this is obviously for an auto shop. So just to get that top-of-mind awareness and kind of connect with them, get them talking amongst each other is what you want to do. You want to build like an online community of your fans, which only strengthens the bond with you. So that way, they pay attention to your posts, and then when they are in need of, auto service, they think of you, even though you're not directly saying like, come on in for this, we're having this sale, that sale. They're already thinking about you because they're commenting on, tickets and red cars or whatever you're posting. Another example of a great post using quotes by celebrities that tie in with the interest of the business. This is obviously for a holster company. So just by tying it in, again, use posts that aren't directly related but coincide with what you have going on. And 286 shares is an incredible number to get, and you have that top-of-mind awareness. More people are coming to your page. So the more the better. And also, if you're a fun kind of business, if you like to have fun with your customers, find fun stuff to post. It doesn't all have to be serious or anything like that. People go on Facebook for entertainment, like they're bored at work, so they go on Facebook for, a little bit to kind of relax a little bit, see some funny stuff, talk to their friends, catch up. So you want to be more of their friend with it than anything. Another thing that is working awesome for us is Caption It. And what this is we find funny pictures, like this picture obviously is kind of weird, but we find fun pictures, post it on the client's account, and ask their fans to caption it. And you get a ton of great comments from it. And the reach of it is incredible just by asking people to comment. They get really, they have really funny stuff to say. It gets them engaged in it. And actually, we just had one that worked super well from one of our other reps, and I just want to show you the stats on it because it's pretty impressive, as long as I can figure out how to get to it. Let me just see if I can quick find the file. And show you. Okay, so this is a post that we did for Caption It. And you can see the page only has 275 likes, which isn't that great. I mean, it's okay, but not like outstanding. But if you look at this, he had over 438 people comment on this picture. And 238 likes, 39 shares. So he had almost double the people commenting on the picture than actually he had fans on the page. And if you look down here, you can see all the numbers of what this actually means to get such a huge reach. You can see that 1,300 people are engaged with the post. The number of people that saw the post is over 14,000, which is huge because that's 14,000 people that may or may not have ever heard of this business, been there, maybe they have been there but haven't been there in years, forgot about them, So that's 14,000 people that just this one simple post of a bear sitting at a picnic table reached. I mean, that's way better than a lot of other sort of advertising that you can do, like billboards or newspaper. And that's 14,000 people, and it's free to do as long as find something cool to post about. So that's just an example of how like a simple post can go viral and spread so much, and that just by one post you reach over 14,000 people, which is very, very cool to do. And let me just get back to the regular thing. I just wanted to show you that because this just happened a couple of days ago, and we were stunned by the numbers just because he got double the comments and even has fans on the page, and just the viral reach is huge on it. So definitely try Caption It. You can't give a prize because of Facebook's rules, but people seem to just like to do it and want just what I usually do is I pick a winning thing, pick a winning caption, and then a day or two later, I pick the caption that I like the best or I think is the funniest, and then I'll just print the text. I'll just Photoshop the text on the picture, their caption. I'll Photoshop that on the picture, and then just post it and say, "Hey, congrats to Joe Smith, awesome caption. We picked yours this week." And that seems to be enough to motivate people, just to kind of get that recognition of doing something cool and having a fun post. So just to recap, cover photo dimensions, guidelines. Make sure your profile looks professional. Spend a little extra time. Don't just slap something together because this is the first impression, and you want your customers to know that you care about your business. And adding custom apps and tabs. Pretty much any important page from your website or anything that you definitely want your customers to see, do it through a custom tab. While they're on Facebook, keep them there, keep them engaged in what you have going on. And finding content. Use a variety of different sources. One of the things that we all do here is we have like a swipe folder. So if I see something that I think is cool, I'll put it in a folder, or if I think of something that I want to post, I'll just write it down on like a list, and that way, it might not be appropriate to post right now, but when I'm out of ideas, or if I'm having a day where I just can't think of anything, I can go to my little cheat sheet list, pull something off of there and post about it. So that kind of helps too, just to have that like backup file of things to post when you're too busy to think of something on your own, or you're running around but you still need to post something. Start a swipe file, and that'll make it easier for those days where you just don't have any ideas or too busy to do anything. So now I'm going to turn it over to Natalia, and she is going to talk to you a little bit more about other things to do for social media. Okay. Hello, everyone. I apologize if you're having a delay to see our slides. For some reason, GoToWebinar is delaying it, but we'll get to it. Okay, so here it is. I'm going to start talking to you about Twitter and how to use it, the photos, how to tweet, and all the languages, specifications, and how to use it for business, and some of our apps that you can use to help you just to control the account so you don't have to be logging at all times. Okay. I see that your slide is a little delayed. I will wait just a minute. Oh, there it is. And I want to start just telling you about, okay. There it is. The specifications. So the size of the pictures. It's really important that you make your account look nice, because that's the impression that people have about you. So if your account doesn't look nice, people will think that, well, you're not, taking the time to make their account look nice. Why would they take the time to take care of me? So it's really important that you add photos that really represent your business and add the colors and just makes it look nice. I see that you don't see it. Oh, there they are. Yeah, these slides were a little late, so if I take a little longer to go through it, that's the reason why. So those are the specifications. And for the background, we like using, there's an option called tile background, because it helps you to cover all areas of the background. And by that, I mean, if you have a bigger computer screen, you're going to see a bigger image. If you have a smaller computer screen, you're going to see a smaller image. But you want to make sure everybody sees the same. So the tile background is a great option, because the image is going to repeat itself. So everybody can see, the image everywhere. It doesn't matter what computer they're on. So let's go to the specifications. Twitter has can only be 140 characters. So when you're posting, you cannot go over that. On Facebook, you can do as much as you want to. We don't recommend you writing a lot, because people won't take the time to read. Okay? So what happens? Most of people on their phones, the screen is really small. So if you write something that's really long, people just ignore it and not read it at all. And on Twitter, you can only use 140 characters. So you can't even write whatever you want. And I've seen a lot of business that they post one thing, and then they post 3 or 4 tweets after that just to finish saying what they were trying to say. That doesn't work on Twitter. Twitter has its own language, so you need to keep to the 140 characters. And I'm going to give you some tips on the coming slides on how to keep it under 140 characters. Twitter also uses hashtags for chats and promotions. So I'm going to also talk to you a little bit about how to create a hashtag and why is important and what it is. But you can use to single out one campaign that you're doing, or a promotion, or an event, and I'll talk about it a little bit later. Twitter has its own video platform, Vine, so it's something new that was created at the beginning of this year. They're only short videos, so I'm going to talk a little bit about it. And the biggest thing about Twitter is that it's real time. So it's not like Facebook that you can post something today, and depending on the interaction, the post will show up for people tomorrow, the day after. On Twitter, you post now, people see now, and that's it. If I'm not on Twitter now, I'm not going to see what you post. So it's important to keep that in mind when you're creating posts. Now you can see on the screen the little red square. Twitter will tell you how many characters you already typed. So that's really nice because you don't need to be worried like, oh, can I write this? Can I write that? Is it too long? Was it too short? So it will let you know if you're getting close to the limit or not. One way to make your Twitter shorter is to use short links for URLs. So instead of just using the point, blah, 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 you can use the URL shorteners like Bitly. You can Google that and just do like little short links. So that helps you when you're creating your tweet. Also, you can use abbreviations, just internet language that people are used to. For example, instead of writing about, you write ABT. Instead of writing for, you use the number 4. Things like that help to make your Twitter be shorter. There it is. You can see it now. Also, there's, as I said, Twitter has its own language. So there's a few that I want to show you that you should know because they're the most popular ones, the abbreviations that you're going to see the most. Like the RT, that means retweet. That means someone just retweeted something that was written before. Or the GM means direct message. MT means modified tweet, so I changed your Twitter before I tweeted. Hot tip and the Follow Friday. Follow Friday, it's not as popular as before, but people still use it. And the way you use the FF is, oh, here are some accounts that you guys should follow. And on Fridays, so you post the FF and the accounts. So that's why people use that on Twitter. So let me go to the next. And I'm going to start talking to you about the hashtags. As soon as your slide comes up on the screen. So hashtags, they are words preceded by the number sign, that the pound sign. So any word that you put on Twitter, Instagram, and now on Facebook that, like Jay mentioned, it's a new thing. Every time you put a word after the pound sign, oh, there it is, great. You make this word a hashtag. And it's very important to remember that don't overuse it. Don't put a hashtag on everything you tweet or Facebook or Instagram or anything like that. Because it's just, people find it annoying because they want to read what you're trying to say, not just hashtag, 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 hashtag. So just make sure when you use it, it makes some sense or it has to do with your business or with the campaign you're creating. So hashtags make your tweets searchable. If you see it on the image you have on the screen, when you create a hashtag, everybody can just search all the tweets that mention it. So let's say you create a promotion and you create your own hashtag and ask people to use it. Every time someone uses it, you're able to find just using the search engine on Twitter. People use a lot for the tweet chats, for contests, for events. I'm going to talk about it a little later too. And I just want to show you now, as soon as the slides updates, another possibility of using Twitter for business, which is using Vine, which is their video app, like I mentioned before. You can only do videos that are 6 seconds long, so it's very short. But you can get creative. We've seen a lot of companies and brands getting creative about how to use Vine to launch products, to show what they do, or just to make something funny to entertain the customers. I want to see, oh, there it is, you have it now. So I want to see if I can show you, there it is, one of them. And just give me a second until your screen updates, and you will be able to, hopefully you'll be able to see the image that I want to show you. Okay. That's a shame. For some reason, it's not showing. I apologize for that. And I'm just going to go back to the slides. So you can Google it. You can find a bunch of Vine videos. Again, because it's just 6 seconds, you can just, there's a ton of things you can do with it. Show how you could brand on your restaurant, or show new outfits if you have a clothing shop. So just get creative, and you can use Vine to promote little things on your business, or just do a welcome message. I've seen that when you get all the employees, and they just say, welcome to the company, or a goodbye message, or something like that. So just get creative, and you're able to use Vine for your business. Another way to use Twitter for business is creating contests, either photo contests or just creative sentence contests. And in order to start a contest, you need to create a unique hashtag. Why? Because that's the way you're going to collect the entries. So, yeah, my slide's really slow. Again, I apologize for that. So you create a unique hashtag only for that contest, or you can ask your participants to mention your handle. So one way or another, that's how you're going to track the entries. You have to create the rules, so you can let people know what they need to enter, how they need to enter, if they need to use a special hashtag or not. Announce and promote it. I see a lot of business owners doing Twitter contests, and they don't let people know about it. You got to let people know about it. Let them know about your hashtag. Let them know about your handle or username. So let people know about it. Then when you collect the entries, you can use the search feature to find it. And then you can announce the winner on Twitter or by email, or any way you find it easier. I want to show now some apps that you can use to manage your account. One of them is called TweetDeck. And TweetDeck is really easy to use, and I like a lot of the design because it makes it very easy for you to see all your accounts. And you can also add Facebook, Google, LinkedIn, other Foursquare, other accounts on TweetDeck, so not only for Twitter. And so it lets you see all your accounts there, and you can reply from there, and you can see. So you can pretty much do anything from there instead of having to log in on each account. So this is really a nice tool. If you use Chrome, there's an extension for TweetDeck. So you can just install the extension and use it from your internet browser. So that's another nice feature about TweetDeck. As I said, you can schedule posts, you can do everything from that app. Another website that I like a lot is Tweetyot, because not everybody has the time to be tweeting all day long, especially if you're in a business, if you're a manager, you just don't have the time. So this website lets you know what time your followers are online. So by knowing when they're online, you can just log in that time and tweet that time that you know they're going to see, or you can schedule your posts to go out on those times, because it's more likely that people will actually see your tweets instead of just randomly tweeting around. Michelle, do we have any questions so far?
I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about hashtags and whether they're effective for other platforms, or should you just focus on doing them for Twitter?
Hashtags are very effective for Twitter, Instagram, and now Facebook, because it just levels out your campaigns. So I would definitely create one for your business, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about it when I get into Instagram. But I would definitely do one for your business, like with your business name, so people that want to mention you anytime, even if you're not doing a contest or a special, can use that, and that's something easy for you to track. But I would definitely use it
because as I just mentioned, it's really easy to track, and it's really easy to know, what you're getting from it, because you can track everybody that used it. So I think it's very valid to use hashtags on your social media campaigns.
Great.
I'm trying to, yep. Here it is. Clear. So here just a little, I'm trying to go to my other slide, because I'm going to show you what I'm going to talk about Instagram, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about hashtags there. And okay, let's go. I'm going to go there. Instagram is a new. I'm just going to talk to you guys while these slides load. Instagram is fairly new compared to other platforms, but it's very, very popular, especially with the young crowd. So if that's people you're trying to target, you should definitely use Instagram. Instagram is only available, there it is, only available on mobile, so only on your phone. It's an app. So you can access your account on the web, but you're not going to be able to do anything but follow people and reply to comments. So to be able to post, you need to be on your phone using the app. Instagram was created in October 2011, so as I said, it's fairly new compared to other platforms, and already has over 100 million users. So there are a lot of people using Instagram. So if photos is something that you are into, or you think you can work to represent your business and to connect with people, you should definitely try to use it. Facebook bought Instagram in April 2012, and they haven't done too much to change it. They changed the logo, and now I've noticed that if people integrate their Instagram account with their Facebook account, every time someone likes the photo on Instagram, the like automatically shows up in Facebook. So that's something nice. It's not clear if that impacts on your interaction number or anything Facebook related, but it's kind of nice that you can integrate both. If you post on Instagram, you can upload on your Facebook and, sum up the likes that you have on Instagram and on Facebook. As I mentioned, the web version only shows followers and allow comments. There's not too much you can do online. You really have to use your phone. And on my next slide, I'm actually going to show you how it looks like as soon as the slide uploads. And it's a fairly easy app to use. What you use it for is just, like everybody knows, you take pictures, and then they have a bunch of effects that you can do it. Oh, there it is. Great. So you can make it the photo black and white. You can make it colorful. You can change the border. So you can add stuff to the photo to make it look nicer. And people really like that because not everyone is a photographer. Not everyone knows how to take pictures or how to use lights. So Instagram just allows people to feel like they can take great pictures and things like that. So you can see that on one side I have the same picture with two different effects. So that's what Instagram does. All you have to do is just click on the things and it automatically adds to your photo. So it's a nice feature to have. On the other side, I have the Explore feature, which is, it's like a search engine. So I can just go there and type in anything I want to find on Instagram. Let's say I want to find cat photos. So I just type in cats. And then Instagram is going to show me every single picture that has cats or has a tag cats or it has to do with cats. So it's just something else for people to do when they're on their phone. And it just became really popular because of the photo feature where people can just do and make their photos look nice. And how to use hashtags on Instagram. And that can be used for Facebook, for Twitter, or anywhere else you want to use the hashtag, or what I'm going to tell you now. First, you need to research the hashtag. And why is that? It's because you don't want to create a hashtag that it's used by another business. Because if you do that, all the photos are going to be messed up, and you're not going to know who's tweeted what, or if they're really your customers, if they're all just business customers or anything like that. So a good website to go look for hashtags. You can Google it, but you can also use this Instagram and just go there. You put your word in. It's like a search engine. You put your word in, and it will show you if there is a hashtag like that already. I always suggest people to create unique hashtags that you can use, like instead of just Christmas special, Christmas at Joe's, or use your neighborhood name, or use the year, use something that you're known for, so people can easily find you. And you can use this hashtag later on, like in other occasions, and make sure it's not very long, because again, people don't want to have to remember something really long. So just make sure it's something easy to remember and it's related to your business, and just promote the hashtag. People won't know you have one if you don't let them know about it. You can also link your Facebook, Instagram, Woobox, like Jenna mentioned. There's a function where you can add a hashtag, and all the pictures that have that hashtag will show up on your Facebook tab, just like you can see now. So you just add the hashtag here on the top, and we'll show all the pictures. So this is really nice to collect pictures from your customers. You have a hashtag, they tweet, or they use it on anything, and this app will collect it for you. Contests on Instagrams are just the same as Twitter. You need to create a unique hashtag, or you won't be able to track it. Create the rules, let people know about it, promote about it, collect the interest, and you can't really announce the winner on Instagram unless you use a picture to do it. So you can integrate all the platforms and announce the winner on Facebook, on Twitter, by email, or you can try to just reply to the person's comment on Instagram and let them know that you won. There is no really rules for Instagram contests. They just want you to respect the terms of service. Facebook has a lot of rules, like you can't announce the winner there, blah, blah, blah. But Instagram is pretty simple. Create a hashtag, create rules, let people know about it, track it, choose the winner, that's it. And with that, I finished my part about Instagram. Michelle, do you have any questions about Instagram?
Let me just check really quickly. No, we're good. Thanks.
Okay, so I'm going to change back over to Jay, and he can tell you a little bit more about what we do, and he has a special offer for you guys.
Natalia, give me the screen rights. Okay.
I did.
Okay. Yep, I got it. Okay, everybody. I'll just take a couple of minutes right now, tell you briefly about what we do and how you can get in touch with Natalia or Jenna if you have questions after this. Basically, as I mentioned in the beginning, about 3 years ago, we came out with a service where we manage social media for customers who either don't know how to do it or just don't have the time to do it. And I guess those of you attending this webinar recognize how important social media is, but if you don't participate, recognize the world is out there having a conversation about you. And it's really your choice to participate or not, but shame on you if you don't, and you will lose if you don't in today's modern world. So simply what we do, we assign you a real live account rep. There are other automated services out there. We're not robots. We have a real person who becomes an extension of your company and handles all your social media for you. We'll set you up on 8 accounts. I mean, we'll do the ones that were mentioned here today. And if you have any local accounts that you feel you need to be on, and there's different ones around the country, we'll set those up for you as well. We'll create custom designs. Jenna showed you how to do that, but we'll set up the tabs, the coupons, offers, menus, things like that. And then I think maybe the most important part of what we do these days is just creating interesting and fresh content. As you saw, people want to have a good time on social media, and something simple as a picture of the bear can get to 14,000 people. We'll come up with that stuff for you. Obviously, we like content from our customers as well. We'll do updates on your pages regularly. Some need daily, some weekly, but we'll do all that as needed. And importantly, we will monitor what's being said about you 24/7 to make sure there are no negative things, and we'll manage your online reputation. We have tracking systems, and we do a lot of manual tracking to make sure we understand what's said about you, good or bad. And when we find anything said about you, we will talk to you and come up with answers. And not only will we help come up with the answer by counseling with you, but we'll also post the answer so you don't have to worry about it. And, you know, on the positive end where people say, hey, I had a great meal in your restaurant last night, or I love what you did for me, just giving them a thank you gets us so much positive response where people go, wow, it's really nice to patronize a business that really pays attention to its customers. So for you, whether you use us or not, just a simple thank you for a good comment is really worth doing. And of course, for a negative one, it's your opportunity to give your side of the story. We will do research on a regular basis to make sure you're kept at the cutting edge of things. And if you've been attending any of our webinars, what we were teaching you 6 months ago is different than what we're teaching you today, because it's always changing. Again, Facebook adding hashtags just in the last week or so. We also help you promote your social media presence. We'll do a couple of free email broadcasts to your audience, letting them know you're on Facebook or whatever other kinds of social media platforms we have you on. And we'll also give you some free promotional materials, either postcards to hand out or comment cards or table tents. And we'll work with you on what would work best for you, but things to let your audience know, your customers know, that, hey, you know, join me and participate in what I do on Facebook. Real simply, we do all the work for you. We're designed to make it easy for you and to handle your social media presence professionally. We charge $249 a month to do it. When you look at how many hours you'd spend a month doing social media, the general consensus is it's an hour or so a day, take a 38-day month. If you're spending 30 hours, you or some of your staff doing social media, and you look at $249 a month, we're charging about $8 an hour to handle your social media for you. We do have multi-location pricing, so if you have multiple locations, we can do some of the multiple locations for as little as $99 a month. Here's some contact information for us. I guess the 800 number is really, if you're interested in learning more and you want to talk to our sales department, call the toll-free 800 number. You can go to our website. You can learn more about us. Also, if you have any specific questions about today, you see you can email Jenna or Natalia, and it doesn't even have to be about today. If you have social media questions, we like to help you. Email Jenna or Natalia. Here's a sales email on here if you want to engage the sales department. And you can always go to our Facebook page, and you see the URL for it at the very bottom, and post questions there, and we'll answer your questions publicly, or if we have to take it privately, we can. If you go to our website, movingtargets.com, there are recorded versions of all the webinars we've done, or most of them, where we can share the recording. And also, if you go to our blog page, Natalia writes a blog about social media where you'll find a lot of tips and tricks and how to do things. As you see in the big yellow starburst, I guess you can't miss it. If you mention this webinar, if you mention Log My Calls as a way for us to track the results of this and just purely as goodwill, and McKay asked us to do it to give something back to his customers, mention any of those things and we'll give you $100 off on your month of service. And again, just our way of saying thanks. Other than that, we are done. I thank you for taking your time. I hope it was helpful. At this point, let me turn it back to McKay. And McKay, if you have anything to wrap it up, take it away.
Jay, thank you very much. Really good content, guys. Thank you for the basic knowledge about social media. Really good stuff. I do want to just, excuse me, make a couple of announcements as we close, sort of about the recording of the webinar. This webinar is being recorded. Let me show you where it will be so you can see it. You're going to have an email in your inbox tomorrow morning that will have this recording. So right now you can see this was the webinar for today. Future webinars are listed here, so we encourage you to sign up for future webinars on our webinar series. Next week, for example, we're talking about ways to get started with mobile. We've got a couple landing page optimization ones coming up. So the recording will be here. So I recommend that you go there and try that. Also, I also recommend you try Log My Calls as a way to track which campaigns and ads are generating calls for your business so you can know where to spend your money. If you go to these pages and sign up for any of these accounts, just use the coupon code DAMGOOD, D-A-M, as in Beaver Dam, DAM, G-O-O-D, DAMGOOD, and you'll get a free 30 days of Log My Calls. So our mascot's a beaver. You know, we're trying to play on words there. So anyway, thanks for coming today, everybody. We appreciate it. You'll get an email with the webinar recording tomorrow morning. And until then, thank you so much for your time. And everybody at Moving Targets, thank you so much for taking a few minutes. We really appreciate it, Jay and your team.
Thanks for having us.
Yep.
No problem, guys. Okay, everybody have a wonderful afternoon, and make it a great week.